Hi everybody, welcome to Talk Disney to Me. I am your host, Bippity Boppity Brandy. In today's video, we're going to talk about the very beginning stages of planning a Disney vacation. For me, I'm a big planner. I love planning for Disney. I think half the fun of a trip is planning to go to the trip and the anticipation up to the trip. Some people are like me and they love to plan every little detail, and other people are like, this is too overwhelming, let's just go and wing it. I don't recommend that. And some people say I'm going to hire or get a travel agent to deal with all this for me, which is perfectly fine. Disney travel agents, by the way, you don't have to pay them. They get paid by Disney, so they're a great resource if you don't want to deal with all the planning stages of Disney, but why wouldn't you want to? Because that's half the fun. So basically, when you first decide, okay, we're going to Disney, where do I start from there? And I like to get organized. I'm big on planners. I love Erin Condren, like Life Planner. Plans my life, love it. But for Disney, I have a special Disney binder I use. My family all makes fun of me about it, but I don't care. I keep everything organized in there. I know a lot of people, I use the Disney Parks Experience app for Disney World, and everything's in there, but I also like to write it in here, have reservation printouts, everything, because you never know when something's going to happen. You're going to lose your phone. Who knows what could happen? So I always have everything in my binder as well. And then I also like to be able to write down, especially when I'm doing restaurant dining and outfits and fast passes and everything, so, and where we're going to be on each day. I just need to visually see it and be able to erase and figure all that out. So that's what I use my Disney binder for. So my first recommendation would be to get organized when you decide you're going to Disney. This is mine. I got it from Zazzle. Totally cute. Our last name starts with a W, that's why there's a W there. My family always makes fun of me when I bring out the binder. I've gone on trips, just me and my mom. She just laughs when I pull out the binder because she knows it's not going to be a relaxing vacation if we're going to Disney. And then when we went in October, my mom and my stepfather, they came in with us for part of the trip. And they were on the go. Thanks to my binder, we were all organized. So things I keep in the binder, like I said, I print out all restaurant reservation stuff, hotel reservation stuff, any baggage tags and that kind of stuff I put in here, boarding passes. This is always with me in my carry-on. It's my Disney Bible. And then once I didn't clear this out yet. Here's our food and wine book from when we went in October. So once we get to the hotel, I keep stuff like the maps. We stayed at the Poly last time. Poly. And here's Disney's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Don't worry, I'll do a post on that because I learned a lot from watching YouTube and from getting to experience it now. So I can give you lots of tips on that. So yes, everything is on there in here. I'm going to so you can't see our last name, but so I went on Etsy and found these inserts. So this one just has our name and says Disney Vacation Planner. And I got all these inserts. So this one is, this is a countdown, days until Disney. I keep mine here and I just use dry erase and I erase it. So that's the first step of any Disney trip, is doing a countdown. So this is great because you can take this out, you can put it in a frame and just every day keep it in some, the kitchen or something, so the whole family can see it, and you change the date every day. I kept this one in here. We actually have a chalkboard in our kitchen, which we did the countdown to Disney this last time on there. When the kids were younger and I took them, I did the countdown to Disney. We made a paper chain. So stuff like that. That's the funnest part. Yeah. So as soon as you figure out when you're going to go, and if it's not a surprise, everyone start a countdown because everyone likes to get all hyped up for Disney. So other things. So much stuff in here. So with all of these things I got on Etsy, they have these little these little forms. So this says arrival day, so you can plan each day. Day 1, what you're gonna do. Day 2. So these are great. Like I said, you can use the My Disney Experience app and all this will be in there. But this is good for just especially when you're trying to figure out your fast passes and your dining reservations and everything, and what days are we going to be at what park. So these are nice. You can get these, go on Etsy, they have all kinds of different ones. So you can kind of start planning your days. Like arrival day, this last time we didn't go into a park, we just hung out at the resort. We had light snack when we got in. We explored the resort, and then we went to the Spirit of Aloha luau dinner thing at the Poly. So that was kind of our first day. And then that was arrival day, and then day one is we went to Magic Kingdom early in the morning, like knocked out everything, and then came back that night for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So these are great. I like using these. I type these, and you can keep on your computer and type and then print them out, or you can just, you know, write in pencil if you need to erase. It's not a big deal. So you have all your times, especially if you put your fast passes, where you're going to be eating, if you have dining reservations, any shows, fireworks shows, evening shows, Fantasia, or Fantasmic, that kind of thing. So you kind of keep track there. The first time I went, I would take, for each day, I would take this out, and then I'd stick any dining reservation printouts or anything in here, and take this whole thing into the park. This last time I didn't do that. There were so many of us. I'm like, someone will have a phone. We can get dining reservation stuff if we need to. But I just kind of would use this to overlook and see what we're doing today. If I needed to make any fast pass changes, which I did have to do a couple of times for various reasons. So, you know, these are definitely helpful. Love these. So this will help get you your days organized. Check out Etsy for planner pages. And then these are great. I have one for each park. It has all the different, let me get closer. All the different rides. Magic Kingdom has got all the different broken up by lands. It tells you if there's a height requirement, if it has a fast pass, and then it has a little, if it's a must do for you, you can put a note there, and then you can write any notes you want to. So these are great. This last time I went, obviously my youngest is 4.5. So there was some stuff she couldn't go on. So this was nice because I could see the height requirements, and I knew which rides we'd have to do ride or swap on and stuff like that. So there's one for Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios. Now Hollywood Studios and Epcot are, I think, the only two parks that do, or at least right now, are doing the tiered fast pass selection. So on those parks, you gotta be a little crafty. When I do a video on fast pass selection, I'll get into that, but you have to be a little crafty and decide what your like main fast pass is going to be, because you only really get one good one in those parks, and then the rest are just, you know, preferred seating for shows and stuff like that. So each park, Animal Kingdom, and they put notes in here too, where I got this from. So then here's this one's an actual fast pass planner. And here you can see these two parks have the tier 1, tier 2. So this, now you can actually write down your fast passes here for each day. Just a high overview of fast passes. You get 3 a day. Once you've used all 3, you can go into the app and try to get another one for something. And at that point, you can get one, use it, then you can get another one. So there's different theories. You know, plan all your fast passes earlier in the day so then you have more time. There's pros and cons to everything, because if you plan them, a lot of people like to plan their fast passes for the middle of the day when it's really hot at Disney, versus all in the morning, and then possibly needing to stand in line when it's the hottest part of the day. So when I do I'll do a video on fast passes, because that's a whole video just on its own, but just kind of a high level overview. There is 3. If you're going to Star Wars Land, there are no fast passes on Batuu, they will tell you. And that is true. We waited, it was only like an hour. We ended up waiting for the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. Rise of the Resistance wasn't opened yet, but now that's a whole nother deal they're doing with like virtual queues, and I don't know what's going to happen when they reopen with that, but that's a whole nother discussion as well. So yeah, so that's the planner pages. Go check out Etsy. And then you can see I do, so here, this is how, OCC, yeah, this is dining draft 2. So if you're gonna do a lot of character dining, versus like doing quick service, you can just kind of plan out which days. We did end up getting the dining plan, which is why I kind of have this here. So I was trying to figure out how many days we actually were going to use our quick service. We ended up not using all our food credits. We used all our snack credits, but not all our food ones, because we did do a lot of character dining. So that I can kind of like figure things out with the fast passes and the dining and everything, and then rearrange as I need to. I do like packing lists here, Halloween party stuff I'd written down, shopping lists, clothing lists for all our matching outfits and whatnot. So all that gets put into here, and this is where I start building our trip from. I think it's easier if you're organized, because there is a lot. If you decide to stay on property, which I always recommend, you do get added perks. You get to pick out your dining reservations 180 days out, and if you stay on property, you get to do your fast passes 60 days out. So if you're not staying on property, I think you only get a 30-day window for fast passes, and I don't remember what the window is for dining, but it is also less, and it can be hard to get some of the big ones. Be Our Guest, Cinderella's Royal Table. So having that perk to be able to do it 180 days out is definitely a benefit for sure. And you get early morning magic hours or later hours at the end of the day if you are staying on property, which is awesome. And other perks is, of course, transportation. So if you stay on property, they'll pick you up from Orlando International Airport. They'll take you to you don't even have to go grab your bags. They'll even get your bags for you. They'll take you to your resort, and then once you're at the resort, depending on which resort you are, there's busing to all the parks, or boats, or monorails. We had all three at the Polynesian. We were on the monorail loop. You could take a boat over to Magic Kingdom, or you could get on buses for like Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios and all that. So I recommend staying on property. I know it's not feasible for everybody, but if you can, and we'll talk, I'm going to do, my next planning video is going to be doing Disney on a budget, which is what we did the first time we went with the kids, because we couldn't afford to fly down there. We drove, we stayed at a value resort. I mean, it was very doable. This last time we went all out. So I mean, I'm going to do videos on both, so there's lots of options for you. But my recommendation is always to stay on property. All right, so that's just for beginning stages of Disney planning. Number 1, get yourself a nice little organizer. This one's from Zazzle. I'm sure you can find one anywhere. Get a plain one, make a sheet in there. Start a countdown, because it's fun for everybody, adults and kids. Start thinking about if you're going to stay on property or not, and what kind of fast passes, what rides are important to you. Just start researching, like what's there, what's at the parks, what shows. Some people love all the shows and the parades and the fireworks, and other people want to do rides. So kind of zero in on what's important to you, so you can start to begin to plan. And I think that's all I have to say for right now. So oh, I've been like knocking this around. Shout out to my sister who got me this amazing cup, Starbucks, with the castle and little mini ears and my name. So shout out to her, because this cup is amazing, and I just knocked it over here while I've been doing this video. So I wanted to let y'all know what that was. So until next time, thanks for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.